हेलो।
हाँ मयंक जी, आवाज आ रही है आपकी, कंटिन्यू आवाज आ रही है।
अच्छा, I welcome all of you, and this is a very good chance for all of us to, sir, मेरे में
डॉक्टर मयंक पुष्कर सर, जरा आप स्टार्ट कर लीजिए। और
सर मेरे में वीडियो नहीं आ रहा है किसी का।
हाँ, कोई कोई बात नहीं है, डॉक्टर मयंक पुष्कर अभी स्टार्ट कर लेंगे।
जी।
Hi everyone, good evening. Myself is Dr. Mayank Puskar, and I'm privileged to be here today. And thanks to the moderator, Dr. Mayank Singh, and Dr. Jyoti Ranjan, and Dr. Kumari Miki, and thanks to Dr. Navneet Krishna. Uh, Dr. Mayank Singh, you have to mute your mic. Just 1 second. Yeah. Yeah. So, wish you all a happy World Physiotherapy Day. As we all know that today is the World Physiotherapy Day, and we are celebrating this day as being a physiotherapist. I think Dr. Navneet sir,
या
it's better you can mute your mic. Yeah. Okay. So how about now? Can everyone hear me? Dr. IUC, can you hear me? Can you just reply in the chat?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. Yeah. So now it's fine, I think. So I welcome you all on behalf of Nirupma Health Research Charitable Trust, and it's really privilege and honor as well for me to present my webinar today on the topic like importance of taping in the physiotherapy. Being a physiotherapist, as it's a very great day for us. Today we are celebrating 25th World Physiotherapy Day. On the same day, like 8th of September 1996, the WCPT started celebrating this day for us. And till from that time, we are celebrating this day. Every day, the WCPT, World Congress of Physiotherapy, okay, they usually give a specific theme for every year to celebrate this day. And this year, the theme is like rehabilitation after COVID-19. Okay. Rehabilitation after COVID-19, this is the theme for this year, and that is how we are celebrating it. So today, this NHRCT, they are organizing lots of free webinars so that even you and me, all the physio can be benefited with this. And that is how we are doing it today. So once again, I welcome you all and wish you a very happy World Physiotherapy Day. Today I'm going to talk about taping and importance of taping in physiotherapy. What is its use, like why we are using it, and when we have to use, we should use the taping, in which case you can use it. So I will be just discussing about the brief introduction part about the taping. So talking about the taping, as we all know, like we have got, everyone have used it, okay? Like all of us, we are using tape in our day-to-day life, like since like childhood, like we are using tape, like the sellotape, or like you can say the wrapping tape. There are so many types of tapes which we were using since our childhood. But once it comes to the clinical practice, which tape we should use it? Once we came in the physiotherapy, since that time only, like we are using lots of like micropore in order to stick the electrode of the IFT turns. That is also taping. we are using bandaging, we are using first aid bandaging as well. That is also a kind of tape. So the question is, which tape we should use and where to use and when to use? That is the main question. How you are going to select the tape? Talking about the tape, like whenever we talk about the tape, what it happens, like basically, if you ask any of the physiotherapists, like, are you using the tape? So most of the time they usually say, if they are using it, yes, I'm using it. And when you ask, like, which tape you are using it, they will tell you, okay, I'm using Kinesio tape, different color Kinesio tape, colorful tape. But that is not only the tape. There are so many other types of tape in the market which we have to use according to the condition. So it's not only the Kinesio tape. See, any of you, if you have got any doubt or anything, you can just write in the chat box. Okay, I will see and I will check, no problem. And at last, we will give you the time for like a question answer, so you can ask any questions at last, no problem. Okay? So the first thing is, like, which tape, when to use and where to use. Like, we have got the rigid tape, athletic tape, sports tape, dynamic tape, Kinesio tape, cohesive tape, finger tape, then under wrap, pro wrap, foam wrap, then Dynaplast, crab bandage, then we have got the Teflon tape. So there are so many different varieties of tape available in the market. So which tape, when to use? Basically, whenever we have to decide which tape we have to use, you have to keep in mind only two things. There are basically two types of tape. One is elastic, the another one is non-elastic tape. Elastic tapes are one which can be stretched. Elastic itself, it means that the tape which can be stretched. That means the tape of which you can increase the length. That is the elastic tape. The another one is the non-elastic tape. Okay? Non-elastic tapes are the tapes which cannot be stretched. The tapes which cannot be stretched, and it is, we call it as a rigid or athletic tape as well. So non-elastic tape, we cannot increase the length of the tape. So basically, we have got two types of tape, elastic and non-elastic. Now coming to the elastic again. Again, there are two types of elastic tape. Tape which can be stretched two-way. That is two-way stretch tape. The tape which can be stretched in two-way. You can take an example, Kinesio tape, kinesiology tape is the two-way stretch tape. That means it can be stretched in only horizontal direction. Okay. I think Dr. Sonu and Dr. Ronak, do you want to ask anything? You have raised your hand. No? It's fine, yeah. So basically, we have got two types of elastic tape. The first one is two-way stretch tape. That is, you can say Kinesio tape, or you can say foam wrap, under wrap, which can be stretched in two direction only. That is, it can be stretched in horizontally. The tape can be stretched horizontally. The other varieties is four-way stretch tape. Four-way stretch tape are, we call it as a biomechanical tape as well. Okay, and like there are different company, it comes with the different name, like dynamic tape. Okay, we call it as a biomechanical tape, or four-way stretch tape of T-Max. That is also biomechanical tape. It has got a stretching capacity in all the four directions. Like you can stretch it horizontally, you can stretch it vertically. So tape has got two types. One is elastic, another one is non-elastic. Okay. Again, elastic, it has got two types, two-way stretch tape and four-way stretch tape. Okay. Dr. Suraj, I think you have to mute your mic. Yeah, no, it's fine. So now coming to how you will select which type of tape you have to use. So in order to select the tape, the first thing is you should know what is your goal of action. What is your goal of action? What ultimately result you want? That is the main thing which decides which type of tape you are going to use. Just an example I can give. Okay, if any player, suppose take an example, like if any batsman is there, okay, and he's playing on, okay, at present, all of a sudden he has got some strain in the triceps, some strain in the triceps because of just smashing bat, okay, and he got a strain in the back of the hand, posterior side of the hand, upper arm. Okay, so what it happens, like that time, the person, like that player, he started getting the pain. So in that case, what is our goal? What can be our goal? Our main goal will be to support that area and prevent the pain so that that player can play again. So what is our main goal? Our goal is to support that area so that that player can play comfortably, pain-free. Okay. So in that case, what we will do, we cannot restrict the range of motion because that player has to play again. So if we are restricting the range of motion, what will happen? Their ultimate goal will be zero, result will be zero, right? That player cannot play. So in that case, we need any type of tape which just gives support and decrease the pain. And that is the function of elastic tape. So we are going to use elastic tape in that case. That means we are going to use either kinetio tape or dynamic tape or four-way stress tape, anything. But we are not using the non-elastic or rigid or athletic tape. The reason is if we will apply rigid tape, athletic tape, what will it happen? It will not let the shoulder to move. If we are using the rigid, athletic or sports tape, it will not let the shoulder to move. So what will happen? That player will not be able to play. So selection of the tape depends on the goal, what we want. So whenever we have got the goal to support the area, to support the injured part, okay, and prevent the pain, that time we are going to, and allow the movement, that time we are going to use the elastic tape. The second thing is when our goal is to completely restrict the range of motion in on Dr. Surjit, you have to mute your mic. Yes. The second goal is whenever you want to like restrict the range of motion in order to accelerate the healing process. That time we are going to use the rigid or athletic tape. The rigid and athletic tape is gonna restrict the complete range of motion and it doesn't let the joint to allow the movement. It doesn't allow the movement in the joint. So rigid, athletic or sports tape, it completely restricts the range of motion of the joint. But elastic or the kinetio tape, it allows the movement, support the injured muscles or part and prevent the pain. That is the basic difference between the kinetio tape and rigid tape and how you are going to select your tape. Is that clear to everyone? The selection of the tape, how you will decide like which tape you are going to use. So we have got different types of tapes available in the market. This is under wrap. Then we have got the crab bandage, Dynaplast, cohesive tape, rigid tape, brown rigid tape, finger tape, Canisteo tape, and last one is the dynamic tape. Under wrap, what is the function of under wrap now? Okay, under wrap are the tapes is non-elastic. Okay, and it can be applied directly over the skin under the rigid tape. Crab bandage, everyone is aware with the crab bandage. Crab bandage are the one like which is used for the compression purpose or in order to support the area. But crab bandage doesn't have got any adhesive inside, so it can be reused it again and again. Then we have got the Dynaplast. Dynaplast is again elastic tape. It can be stretched, okay, and it has got very hard adhesive inside, okay. After that, we have got the cohesive tape. Again, cohesive tape, it comes in different colors. It is a elastic tape, and it is said to be the advanced version of crab bandage. What do you mean by it? Like we can reuse the crab bandage again and again. Same way, we can use this cohesive tape, reuse it again on the same patient. We don't recommend to reuse it on another patient. So you can reuse this cohesive tape again on the same patient. The only thing is that, Dr. Rajat Divakar, please don't try to annotate the PPT, okay? Okay. So that is the cohesive tape. So basically, difference between the crab bandage and cohesive tape is cohesive tape have got the adhesive and it can be reused it again like the same as the crab bandage. After that, we have got the white rigid tape and brown rigid tape. Both are non-elastic tape. Finger tape is mainly used for the smaller joints like PIP, DIP for like finger budding strapping, you can say. So for all these purpose, you can use finger tape and it is semi-elastic tape. After that, we have got Canisteo tape. Canisteo tape, as we all know, it is the elastic tape. Okay, it has got the adhesive, which is like allergy-free, like allergic-free, you can say. And it has it comes in different color, but the color doesn't give any difference in the characteristics. Color is just for the cosmetic purpose. After that, we have got the dynamic tape. So Canisteo tape is the two-way stretch tape, okay, and dynamic tape is the four-way stretch tape. Okay. So basically, difference between the Canisteo tape and rigid tape already I have discussed. So rigid tape and a sports tape are the non-elastic tape, and it is primarily used for the support and injury prevention and in order to prevent the further injury. Okay. But Canisteo tape is mainly elastic. Okay. It is mainly used for proprioceptive feedback purpose and also allow the movement and it supports the injury part. Okay. Now, already we have discussed that different types of tape and wraps, that is non-elastic and elastic. So example of non-elastic are already I have shown you like in the PPT, like rigid brown tape, rigid white tape, under wrap, micropore. These are the non-elastic tape. Then elastic tape, we have got the cohesive tape, Canisteo tape, Dynaplast, finger tape, dynamic tape. These are the elastic tape. You can see over here the types of taping. We have got three types of taping, like rigid, athletic, or sports taping. Then we have got Canisteo taping, and then we have got the bandaging. So you can see in the image, like the first one, the brown one is the brown rigid tape, okay, rigid or athletic. The second one is again it is the Canisteo tape, colorful Canisteo tape. Third one again, the Canisteo tape. The fourth one is the dynamic tape. Fifth one is the crab bandage, use of crab bandage, okay, and the last one is the cohesive tape, use of the cohesive tape with the finger. Am I audible to everyone? Now coming to the kinesiotaping. Okay. So this kinesiotape was not developed by any of the physio. So sometimes what it happens, like nowadays, I usually hear like few people, they say that being like why we should teach taping to the trainer or taping to the chiropractor or taping to the alternative therapist, why we should teach that. Okay. But for them, I want to clear that this taping was not developed by any of the physiotherapists, and it was not meant for any of the physiotherapists. Before that, still not before that, still nowadays, like taping in foreign countries like European countries, the US and all, they usually called who are certified enough in the certified in the taping, they call it as a taper. Anyone can be the taper, like a fitness trainer, a coach, a gym trainer, they can be a taper. So it's nothing like that, only physiotherapists can learn it. Okay? So it's not the complete or whole soul properties of physiotherapist. Okay, anyone can learn it. It was developed by Dr. Kenzo Case, and he was a chiropractor. And what he does, he usually used, he said that he tried to find out the correlation, and he has used a natural healing system of the body, which activates the neurological and circulatory process. How does it happen? So I will just clear it in the mechanism part. Okay. So he tried to use the taping by influencing the internal natural healing process of the body. Okay. So how that I will discuss in the mechanism part. So coming to the like effects of the taping, usually you can keep the kinesio tape. You can keep it applied. You can apply the tape for 3 to 5 days in winter or like 2 to 3 days in the summer. Okay. Always, though this tape is non-allergic, said to be non-allergic tape, but sometimes this tape can give allergic reaction to the skin, depending on the if someone's skin is very sensitive or depending on the quality of tape. If the tape quality is not good, then it can give the allergic reaction. So basically, it has got effects on the blood flow, blood supply, then lymphatic congestion problem, then supporting the muscles, injured muscles, relieving pain, correcting joint problems. So these are some of the effects of taping, and it can be used accordingly. It gives the psychological effect, psychological support to the athletes or the player as well. Because once we apply the tape, they think that, okay, now I am strong enough that I will not get the injury. So this happens. So it gives this psychological effect as well. Okay. So it is made up of cotton and latex free, and it has got the heat activated adhesive inside. Okay. What do you mean by heat activated adhesive? It means that the kinesio tape has got the adhesive which gets activated only after once you rub its surface. So whenever you might have seen in the video, you might have seen using the tape. Okay. Whenever we use the kinesio tape, what we do? We usually rub the tape after application in order to activate the heat. And it has got the elasticity property of 30 to 40% of its restraining. So it can be stretched, if there is 1 meter strap, it can be stretched till 1.3 to 1.4 meters. Okay. And it completely allow like a range of motion to happen. Okay, so whenever you apply the kinesio tape to any joint, it doesn't mean that it will completely restrict the range of motion. It will restrict some amount of movement, but not complete movement. Okay. So it increases blood circulation, then decreases pain, decreases swelling and edema, gives support to the joint and the muscles, then prevents injury. Prevent some amount of range of motion, like I said, like it doesn't prevent complete range of motion. Also, it increases the confidence of the athlete or the player, improve joint function, and influence the facial function as well. So it's nothing like that. We are using tape for the facial relaxation as well. Facial taping as well we are doing. Okay. So it's nothing like that. We are doing only muscles for taping for the muscles or something like that. We are doing the taping for the facial release as well. So now coming to the mechanism, how does this tape work? Okay. So when we apply the tape, what it happens, like we apply the tape over the stressed skin. Okay. So when we apply this tape, what it happens, we apply the tape over the stressed skin. So once we release it, what it happens, there will be formation of convulsion, that is creases. You can see in the second image, that purple tape, you can see the creases. Okay. So that creases or convulsion forms. Okay. That creases or convulsion forms. It's like this. Okay. So it will form like this. Okay. Convulsion. So what will happen? Once this convulsion will form, it will increase the inner area. It will increase the space between the skin and the muscles. Okay. So the area will be increased inside the area under the tape. So once the area will increase, there will be decrease in the pressure around that area. There will be decrease in the pressure around that area. Okay. And as we have studied in our physics, it is the tendency of any fluid or the gas, it starts flowing from high pressure to low pressure. So the blood or the lymphatic congestion or any lymphatic fluid or oxygen, it starts flowing from surrounding area to this area where you have tape. So there will be, ultimately there will be increase in the blood circulation around this area. Once the blood circulation will increase, it will decrease the pain. So this is the pain gauge area, right? Is that clear to everyone? The mechanism? Everyone? Mechanism is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
So now coming to the types of
Yes,
application, it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. We are using different types of different shapes for the cosmetic purpose. Each shape has got a specific values. Each shape has got a specific values. Okay, and that's the reason we discuss about this types of applications. So like whenever we want to apply for the just for the muscles pain or just for the facial activation or muscles activation, in that time we are using I shape. The second one is the X shape. Okay, X shape is the tape strap. Whenever we have got different group of muscles which act in different directions at the same time. Like suppose just an example I am giving. While doing knee flexion and extension, we have muscles acting over here. We have got quadriceps, we have got hamstring, we have got anterior leg muscles and posterior leg muscles. So different types, like different group of muscles act in a different direction. So in order to support all these group of muscles, we have got 4 wings to support. So whenever there are different group of muscles acting in different direction, we use X shape. Okay. After that, Y shape. Whenever we want to offload the muscles, okay, and whenever we want to, like you can say, for the decompression purpose. Whenever you want to offload the muscles or when you want to just approximate 2 areas, in that case, we are using the Y shape. Suppose here you can see in an example, like if we are talking about the deltoid strain, so what it happens, like we try to approximate or offload the deltoid muscles from the insertion point, so that what will happen, there will be ease in the pain. Next one is fan or wave. When you want to use it for the larger area or when you want to use it in order to create the lymphatic drainage channel, so in that case, you will use the fan or wave. Then we have got the donut. Dr. Bipin, please don't try to annotate the PPT. Okay. Then we have got the any doubt, Dr. Ronak?
Sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
Okay. Okay. Then we have got the donut shape. Okay, donut shape is mainly for the swelling reduction purpose. Okay. Donut shape is mainly for the swelling reduction purpose. And the last one is the star shape. Star shapes are the one which gives the deeper effect, decompression. It gives decompression. Okay, so it gives the deeper effect, and mainly we use it for the trigger point relief. Over the trigger point, we use this. Okay. So now coming to the types of application direction, basically there are two ways to apply the tape, kinetic tape. So one is from origin to insertion, and second one is the insertion to origin. So when you will apply from origin to insertion, when you want to facilitate any of the muscles, any of the weak muscles, underperforming muscles, you have to use the tape from the origin to insertion. Like in case of trapezitis, you have to activate the upper trapezius muscle. So you have to like from origin to insertion. And when you want to apply the tape from origin to insertion, that means you are using it for the decompression purpose. Okay? You are using it for the decompression purpose. That means you have to apply the stretch less than 50%. The stretch should not be more than 50%. That means light to moderate stretch, like 10 till 20 degree to 30% stretch should be there when you are applying the tape from origin to insertion. But when you want to apply the tape from insertion to origin, mainly in order to inhibit or overuse or stretch muscle, when there is any injury in that area, you will apply the tape from the insertion to origin, and the stretching capacity should be more than 50%, so that it can give more compression. It will approximate the muscle fiber. Is that clear? Then we have got the indications and contraindications as well. Like the indications, you can use it in any type of musculoskeletal pain, or any type of you can say muscular pain, or sometimes in order to facilitate the weaker muscles. Okay, in order to, like in case of neurological problem, okay, you can apply the tape so that it will give a proprioceptive feedback as well, proprioceptive sensation to the muscle fiber. Okay, so you can use that. Then there are like some disadvantages as well. Okay, so many a times what it happens, like this tape, use of tape on prolonged hour of time can lead to the dependency on the tape, psychological dependency on the tape. So we should not use the tape on the patient regularly, or else they will get dependent on that tape psychologically, especially for the athletes or the player. Okay. Other than that, if you have applied the tape in a wrong direction, wrong force you have applied, then it can lead to further injury as well. Okay. So always make sure that while applying the tape, you should keep the foot or whatever structures you want to tape. It should be in the functional position. It should not be in the reverse functional position, or else it can lead to further injury. Then while application, the pressure should not be more, or else it can inhibit the blood circulation beyond that area. So all these things you have to keep in mind. Okay, don't apply the tape simply just for the sake of fancy purpose. Okay, because this is the resources, we should not waste it. Okay? And other than that, this taping has got more of the psychological effect as well. Psychological, you can say pseudo effect as well. So it's nothing like that. But still, we are lacking good quality of research about the taping. Though this tape has got result on injury prevention and pain relief and all these things, but still it has got lack of researches, good researches in this field. Okay. So you can have a look of this video. Okay, just it's a small video how this taping works. Okay.
Then one, the head. The reaction of the first cat is as shown if there is a avoiding the supposed first tape. The reaction of the second cat is the same,
you
yet
can
it
see
seems
over
that
here.
the cat has a more intense reaction to the tape.
Okay, so this is psychological effect when tape is applied over the head of the like cat. They usually think that I cannot move forward, also that cat starts going back. Okay, this is just for the introduction, like information related webinar. Okay, if you wish to attend the complete course, we do organize the certificate course, and you can contact Dr. Navneet Chris. That. Okay? And have you got any thought, any questions? Anyone ask? Anyone want to ask? Well, any questions?
Sir, we can use a taping method arthritis, osteoarthritis.
Yes, sir. Osteoarthritis knee, basically we can use for the symptomatic relief in order to relieve the pain or decrease the swelling. Okay, because it increases application of the tape, increases the blood circulation. Okay, so you can use it in that case, but it's not gonna correct the joint space problem or osteopathic changes.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Any more questions? Any questions, please? Okay, mechanism of taping. Okay, what it happens, like we do apply the tape over the stretch skin, okay, or over the stretch like muscles, okay. Apply the tape. What it happens once we release it, okay, what it happens, there is a formation of convulsion, that is creases will form. This creases will it will form like this creases, okay, like this, okay. These creases will form. Once these creases will form, what will happen? There will be increase in the inner space. So the area will be increased. Once the area will increase, it will decrease the pressure around this area, and it is the tendency of any fluid or the gas. It starts flowing from high pressure to low pressure. So what will happen? The blood from the surrounding area, it will start circulating towards this area, and it will decrease the pain. Yeah, that is the only physiological effect, is that it increases the blood circulation, that it increases, accelerate the circulation of lymphatic fluids, okay, and increases the healing process. Okay, if a patient has frozen shoulder, can we use taping in this condition? See, I usually don't recommend to use taping in case of frozen shoulder. Yeah, if it is too much of pain, then you can just support the shoulder in order to decrease the pain. But I usually don't recommend it, because it will again restrict some range of motion. So better not to use it. But nowadays people are using it in clinical practice, as it has become the fashion. Okay, the second question is when we will remove the tape. In summer, you can keep it 2 to 3 days. In winter, you can keep it for like 3 to 5 days. Okay. For to remove the hairs and then apply the tape. In case the tape can produce any effect, yes, has got some effect. Like there are like few researches as well which says that the taping has got some effects in case of like Bell's palsy or palsy. Taping can done for spastic or flaccid muscles. For flaccid muscles, yes, you can do. For spastic muscles, as we haven't got much result. Okay, so for
any technique to remove the tape. See, they are like the technique as such in book. It's not given, but it depends on the like practice on practice. What we usually do, we usually try to roll the tape from the corner, okay, and then remove it. Some people, what they usually do, they usually peel it, okay, pull the end and try to just give a stretch over the skin and pull the tape. So as such, there is no like hard and fast rule. Okay, any workshop in Delhi? Yes, we are going to organize taping workshop in last week of September in Gurgaon. But for the further detail of the workshop, you can contact Dr. Navneet Krishna, and sir will tell you. Under wrap, basically we use under wrap under the like rigid tape in order to prevent escape.
Meeting room will be off in another 2 minutes.
Okay. So yeah, we are organizing on 17th and 18th October. So you can contact Dr. Navneet Krishna sir. He will tell you the details. Okay. See, as such post-stroke case, the taping is not much useful, but for few cases you can use it as such. In order to prevent the deformity, you can use it. What else? This okay, so thank you so much, everyone, and thanks to the moderator, Mayank Singh, Mickey, and thanks to Dr. Navneet Krishna. And thanks to you all who listen to me. And stay home, be safe, take care of yourself and your family and your.
Sir, hello, sir. Hello, sir. We can use taping in kyphosis or उसमें.
Yeah, for visual deformity, you can use the taping.
Sir,
Certificate you will get within 24 hours, so don't worry, you will get because we have got so many webinar today, so it will take some time, okay, but you will get the certificate within 48 hours. Yeah, someone was asking something. Any more questions? Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Okay, thanks for listening. So we are going to end this meeting now. Dr. Navneet, sir.
Yes.
Is there anything else?
No, whoever have registered for Dr. Preksha ma'am webinar, they can re-log in after 2 minutes. And we are closing this session now. Thanks to everyone and thanks to Dr. Mayank Pushkar sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.